Please use the sharing tools found via the share button at the top or side of articles. Copying articles to share with others is a breach of FT. Com T&Cs and copyright policy. Email licensing at FT. Com to buy additional rights. Subscribers may share up to 10 or 20 articles per month using the gift article service. More information can be found at https://www.ft.com/tour https://www.ft.com/content/CFD4-526C-11A-884-1-482E0038B1. EU nations are preparing to toughen the conditions they will attach to any tariff-free trade deal with the UK, reinforcing demands from Brussels on regulatory alignment and access to fishing waters that Britain has already rejected. But even as national ambassadors prepare to review the EU's draft negotiating mandate in a meeting on Wednesday, Britain is advancing a clear vision of what it wants from the trade talks. The UK's position under Boris Johnson is in stark contrast to that of his predecessor Theresa May, whose premiership was plagued by her inability to rally her party behind a shared vision of Brexit. Now, Britain says, it is the EU that is being inconsistent in its demands. The latest version of the EU's negotiating mandate, seen by the Financial Times, responds to concerns raised by France and others that the European Commission's original draft, presented earlier this month, did not go far enough in requiring Britain to stick closely to the EU's level of regulation, even as the bloc's rules evolve over time. The revised document prepared by EU officials, dated February 17, also made clear that any agreement should uphold EU fishermen's current rights in UK waters. The reinforced text is the latest sign of how the two sides are adopting starkly different negotiating positions ahead of the start of talks in March, which follow the UK's formal exit from the bloc at the end of January. We have been together for almost half a century. Calais is only a couple of kilometres from Dover. The UK cannot expect high-quality access to the single market if it insists on diverging from our rules. Commission spokesperson, David Frost, the UK's chief Brexit negotiator, made a bullish intervention in Brussels on Monday, warning the EU that Britain was determined to secure a Canada-style trade deal by the end of this year, when a standstill transition period expires. He said the bloc's demands for a level playing field undermine the fundamental purpose of Brexit. Mr. Johnson and Mr. Frost have made clear that the country accepts that this new relationship will lead to increased barriers to trade compared with membership of the single market. The EU insists that Britain is, in reality, seeking market access rights that go significantly beyond those enjoyed by other countries with which it has trade deals, such as Canada and Japan. While those deals eliminate more than 90% of tariffs, they leave duties in place on some of the most sensitive agricultural products, including meat and dairy. Britain and the EU, in contrast, are seeking a deal without tariffs on any product, and without quotas limiting the tariff-free access. EU officials also underline that the consequences of doing a deal with Britain are completely different to doing one with Canada. EU 27 imports of UK goods in 2018 were worth some €197 billion, 6 times that of Canadian products. We have been together with the UK for almost half a century. Calais is only a couple of kilometres from Dover, said a Commission spokesperson. The UK cannot expect high-quality access to the single market if it also insists on diverging from our rules. Michel Barnier, the EU's chief negotiator, said the level playing field involved the EU and UK taking a sovereign decision to have regulatory coherence, adding that the step was about preventing unfair competition that could hurt either side's businesses.